For the first and only time in NBA history, the same two players won Rookie of the Month in their respective conferences every single month.
Oh, wow.
6 months. 6 awards each. Carmelo Anthony is the only player in NBA history to win Rookie of the Month every single month of the season and not win Rookie of the Year.
Crazy.
Think about that.
That's big.
The voters look at these two players.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I had a request to check out this video here, and it's from one of my favorite YouTube channels, so I am stoked about it. It is from the Old School B-Ball channel, and this one's going to be interesting. The title is The Stolen Trophy, Why Carmelo Anthony Should Have Won Rookie of the Year in 2003-04. And it's going to be an interesting one because, honestly, I think a lot of us had this same feeling, and back then it wasn't like, you guys are hating on LeBron or anything like that. That didn't exist back then. So it was really just a situation of, as I recall, their numbers are almost identical, LeBron and Carmelo. The difference is Carmelo got his team to the playoffs that rookie season. So to me, it was kind of a no-brainer. Like, just give it to Melo. At the least, I could see like a dual Rookie of the Year, kind of like what they did with, who was it? Jason Kidd and, oh man, who the hell was it? That's gonna drive me crazy. Let me know in the comments. But was it Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, I think. Anyways, you guys will correct me in the comments. But at the very least, I thought maybe we could do a dual Rookie of the Year. But for some reason, they gave it to LeBron. So this video, yeah, this has a purpose here. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to link the original video down below in the description for you guys. And also you see a list of channel members. Shout out channel members. I appreciate you guys. Do me a big favor. Hit that like button. Hit that hype button. It helps me out a ton, and I appreciate it every time. Guys, let's do this.
November 5th, 2003, Cleveland, Ohio. The most hyped rookie matchup in years.
I watched this.
LeBron James, 7 points, scoreless in the second half of his home debut. December 2nd, 2003, Denver. Carmelo Anthony, 26 points, another win, 2 games, 2 wins for Carmelo. LeBron James had never beaten him. Decades later, Tracy McGrady said,
"Should have won Rookie of the Year. You should have won that shit Rookie of the Year because you took your team to the playoffs."
You should have won that shit because you took your team to the playoffs. By the end of the
I didn't know that Melo went 2-0 against the Cavs, too. That's a big deciding factor as well.
2003-2004 season, the numbers told a clear story. Carmelo Anthony, more points, more rebounds, better shooting, more wins, and a playoff berth. LeBron James missed the playoffs. But when the votes were counted, only one of them won the Rookie of the Year. What if we've been telling the wrong story about the 2003 draft class for 20 years? Let me ask you a question. When you think about the 2003 NBA draft, what comes to your mind? LeBron James, right? The chosen one. The kid from Akron on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I mean, since I was alive back then and I watched it, it was the big three to me. LeBron, Melo, and Wade.
The high school junior. The most hyped prospect since maybe ever. And look, LeBron lived up to the hype. 4 championships, 4 MVPs, arguably the greatest player of his generation. But here's the thing nobody wants to talk about. In 2004, when they handed out the Rookie of the Year award, LeBron James probably shouldn't have won it. Now, before you click away, before you start typing angry comments about how I'm disrespecting LeBron, I'm not. This isn't about diminishing greatness. This is about excavating a story that got buried under 2 decades of hindsight.
Yep.
Because in the 2000s...
And I agree 100%. This is not a hate thing at all. Like, that's not what's going on here. This was just straight up that one season, who outperformed who. And we got a clear answer. You know, it's... I really thought that year it was going to be co-Rookie of the Years. Because the numbers were so damn close. Now, if Melo didn't make the playoffs, then I would say 100% they should have been Rookie of the Year. But yeah, Melo earned it. That's it. And the sad thing is like LeBron has so many accolades. Melo really doesn't. And he actually really, not only did he deserve it, he earned this one.
2004 NBA season, there was another teenager tearing up the league. His name was Carmelo Anthony. And not only did he have a legitimate case to win Rookie of the Year over LeBron James, he might have actually deserved it more. Let's go back to June 26, 2003.
Okay.
Cleveland Cavaliers won the lottery. Controversially, some would say. LeBron James becomes the first pick. Expected, celebrated. The feel-good story of the prodigal son returning home. Detroit takes Darko Milicic at number 2. Well, we'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
And at number 3,
Yeah, no need
fresh
to
of
beat a dead
winning a
horse.
national championship as a freshman at Syracuse, the Denver Nuggets select Carmelo Anthony. Now here's what most people have forgotten. The debate between LeBron and Carmelo wasn't settled yet. This wasn't a foregone conclusion.
No,
Both
not at all.
teenagers came into the league with championship pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
Both were supposed to save franchises. Both were Nike athletes. But there is one crucial difference. The narrative was already written before they played a single NBA game. And here's where it gets interesting, because both of these kids were drafted by teams that
Wow.
went 17 and 65 the year before. Same record, same basement.
Wow. Okay, so you can 100% see the impact each player was bringing in. That's insane. Identical records. And yeah, back then, it wasn't like LeBron is now. It's not this circus around LeBron. I mean, it was always a little crazy, but there were, it was like, wait your turn, young man. So LeBron and Melo were kind of on the same level here. And a lot of us back then, like I'm talking like me and my boys, back then in 03, we were praising Melo, even though I didn't really care for Melo's play style too much. I thought he was a little too shot heavy, but at the same time, we were all saying, well, Melo's off to a better start. Why? Because he brought his team to the playoffs after one season. Like, that was a big deal to do that as a rookie.
Same desperate fan bases hungry for hope. So when we're evaluating Rookie of the Year, we are looking at two players who started from the exact same place, which makes what happened next even more fascinating. Because by the end of the 2003-2004 season, these teams were in very different places, and so were these two rookies. Before we get to the games, and trust me, we're getting to the games, we need to understand something that modern NBA culture has completely forgotten. Winning matters.
Yeah.
Or at least it is supposed to.
Yeah, it was.
Every single year.
It used to matter. It used to mean everything.
When MVP debates happen, when all NBA teams are selected, when championships are discussed, we hear the same refrain. Winning matters. Team success matters.
Yep.
You can't just put up stats on a bad team, right? So explain this.
It's why, like, normally in the All-Star game, the winning team gets the MVP. It's not the losing team, And in regular season MVPs, we feel like it was a complete waste of an award if that player, for instance, I hate to say it because I like Dirk, but the year Dirk won MVP and he didn't get out of the first round, we look back and at that and we're like, wow. That was a wasted award because it's supposed to go towards the winners, Most valuable player is somebody who can get your team out of the first round. Like, let's be real. And a rookie of the year is somebody who turns around your entire franchise. That's a rookie of the year. That's why you drafted, somebody like Melo or LeBron in the lottery was to turn around your franchise. And somebody to do that in 1 year should be recognized.
Me. Carmelo Anthony, 43-39 record, made the playoffs in the brutal Western Conference. First playoff appearance for Denver since 1995.
So the record went from 16 wins to 33 wins, if I have that correct. That's more than a double. That's just over 100% improvement. That's drastic.
A 26-game improvement. The biggest turnaround in NBA history for a team that won fewer than 20.
Hold on, I'm sorry, you guys. I should just listen.
First playoff appearance for Denver since 1995, a 26-game improvement.
26-game improvement. So it was a 200% increase. One man, 200% increase under winning. Okay, very good.
Biggest turnaround in NBA history for a team that won fewer than 20 games the year before. LeBron James, 35-47 record, missed the playoffs. When has a rookie ever led a lottery team to the playoffs and not won Rookie of the Year? When has best stats on a bad team ever trumped great stats on a playoff team? I'll wait. Let's talk numbers because the statistical case for Carmelo is stronger than you remember.
Okay, hold on. So this is what we're looking at here. LeBron did good too. LeBron did very, very good for a rookie. Sorry. He improved their record substantially. But Melo did more. That's it. That's all this is. And this is what you'll see here is just Melo did a little more. Played 3 more games. Okay. Played a little bit less minute-wise. Scored 1 less point. Got just over 2 less assists. Got 1 more rebound. A little bit less on the steals. A little bit less on the blocks. Man, maybe this is what they're looking at. LeBron got more turnovers. Melo shot slightly better and shot slightly better from the okay, you know what? After looking at all this, I gotta say I think my final stance on this is co-rookie of the year. The numbers are so freaking close. And so you could say LeBron has a slight edge numbers wise, but then Melo brought his team to the playoffs, and the slight differences here are so minuscule that nobody would remember this, like 0.2 more blocks. Who cares? You know what I mean? Nobody's going to care about that. But yeah, I think they should have balanced it out. That's all. It should have been both of them.
Remember, Carmelo outscored LeBron. Carmelo out-rebounded LeBron. Carmelo shot better from the field. Carmelo shot better from the 3. Carmelo shot better from free throw line. Carmelo had more win shares. Okay, so LeBron was the better playmaker, no question. But Carmelo was the more efficient scorer, the better shooter, the better rebounder, and this is the key, the better winner.
That's the one. That's the one. Because all the other stuff, I can honestly say, LeBron probably inched him out. Just barely, but millimeters worth, inched him out, stat-wise.
But here's the stat that should blow your mind. In the 2003-2004 season, for the first and only time in NBA history, the same 2 players won Rookie of the Month in their respective conferences every single month.
Oh, wow.
6 months, 6 awards each. Carmelo Anthony is the only player in NBA history to win Rookie of the Month every single month of the season and not win Rookie of the Year.
Crazy.
Think about that.
That's big.
The voters look at these 2 players every single month and said, you know what, these guys are dead even. And then at the end of the year, they gave the trophy to the one who missed the playoffs. Now let's talk about the eye test because the numbers tell one story. But what did the players actually see on the court? Stephen Marbury, November 2003. Carmelo Anthony is the best player in the draft. You can put that in the book. That boy is for real. He's sizing people up and he can bring you down in the post and make you whine. He's got more experience than LeBron and he can shoot. LeBron is an athlete. That is Stephen Marbury, who actually played against both of them multiple times, saying Carmelo was better.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Melo was, at least 1 year older because he went to Syracuse. So he was more... Here's what I saw that year. Melo was game ready. He was ready. LeBron, for an 18-year-old, was phenomenal, okay? Phenomenal for an 18-year-old. But Melo looked more mature out there. And he should have looked more mature out there because he had more experience.
Carlisle, Pacers coach. In the case of LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony, the situation has not been overhyped. If anything, it might be underhyped a little bit because they are that special. Greg Popovich. Carmelo is in a great situation because everybody has anointed LeBron. He's been able to go under the radar to a degree and just play.
Yeah.
Under the radar. That is the key phrase. See, LeBron has something Carmelo didn't have, something that had nothing to do with basketball. He had the narrative, the chosen one,
The narrative.
prodigal son, the savior of Cleveland, the next Jordan. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony, the kid who just won a national championship, who was arguably just as talented, who was actually winning more games, was getting 4 or 5 reporters at morning shoot-arounds. James has been traveling with a continent resembling a White House press corps. More than 300 credentials were issued for his debut in Sacramento.
Wow.
300 credentials for a regular season game for a teenager. Look, I'm not
That's
saying
crazy.
LeBron didn't...
By the way, this is just crazy. This much attention. And I'm not saying this out of a jealousy or something like that. I'm saying this I would hate this. I would hate every second of this. Look at those cameras all over him. Talk about claustrophobia.
Credentials for a regular season game for a teenager. Look, I'm not saying LeBron didn't deserve attention. He was incredible. He was generational. He was must-see TV.
Yep.
But when you're evaluating Rookie of the Year, you're supposed to be asking who had the best rookie season, not who has the highest ceiling. Not who will be better in 5 years.
Yeah, it's not a hype award. It's a rookie. It's about performance. It's about who was the best rookie that year, not who's the most hype. I think they got that wrong because of that.
Not who sold more jerseys, who had the best rookie season. And in 2003-2004, that player took a 17-win team to the playoffs.
Birdman.
That player won Rookie of the Month 6 times. That player had better efficiency across the board. That player had more win shares. That player was named to the All-Rookie First Team alongside LeBron. That player's name was Carmelo Anthony. But you know what? Statistics can only tell you so much. You want to know who really had the better rookie season? Let's look at what happened when they actually played each other head-to-head. Game 1, November 5th, 2003. The coronation that wasn't.
Okay.
Gund Arena, Cleveland, Ohio. This wasn't just
I don't remember how these played out, so this is going to be cool.
Game. This was an event. Over 300 media credential issued. Ken Griffey Jr. courtside.
Oh,
Jay-Z in the
Ken
building.
Griffey.
Maurice Claret sitting in the front row. 20,562 fans packed into Gund Arena, a sellout. The Cavaliers' home opener. And this wasn't just any home opener, this was LeBron James' home debut. Half of Akron in the building, just like LeBron predicted. A sea of wine and gold, an ocean of number 23 jerseys. But there was one problem. Carmelo Anthony didn't get the memo that this was supposed to be LeBron's night.
Yeah, he don't
went
care.
Absolutely bananas. 20,000 people screaming for an 18-year-old kid. And for about 6 minutes, it looked like the coronation everyone expected. LeBron drives, dunks, just 7 points in 2 quarters.
Wow.
And then he was so passive in the next 2 quarters. Let me say that again. In the biggest game of his young career, in front of his home crowd, with celebrities watching and 300...
By the way, real quick, I gotta say, he was so much more relatable back then. Like, just like a normal human. You know, he's just having fun with his buddy Melo on the basketball court. While also, so I could say something negative too, unfortunately. So this was like the beginning signs of he's going to shrink in big games, unfortunately.
And 300 media members documenting every moment. LeBron James went scoreless in the second half. With about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, it was tied 55-55. And that's when Denver showed everyone the difference between a team with vets and a team with potential. John Barry, 3-pointer. Earl Boykins, the 5'5" guy, drives past defenders and scores. Another Boykins 3.
Oh, Boykins.
Another Barry 3. Denver went on a 22-9 run to close the third quarter.
3 for
and
9.
LeBron could do nothing but watch. Carmelo Anthony didn't have some explosive highlight reel performance. He finished with 14 points on 6 of 17 shooting, but he played within the game.
6 of 17. So they both actually played bad.
He didn't force shots. He let Earl Boykins
okay.
have his moment. Carmelo did what winners do. He played his role. He got the W. Denver 93, Cleveland 89. December 2, 2003, the real test.
Okay.
Denver, the rematch.
I mean, okay, so everything said, they both had bad games. LeBron had a worse game, and Melo with the victory. Okay, so win for Melo. Ugly win, but a win.
But here's the thing about the second game. Nobody cared anymore. No, seriously, the biggest promotion was a Carmelo Anthony look-alike contest. No national television, no celebrity sightings, no media circus, just basketball.
Dang.
And that is exactly what we got to see the truth. The Cavaliers came out strong, scoring the first 9 points. Then Denver erased it with a 19-3 run. Cleveland fought back, 24-5 spurt. At halftime, Cleveland led by 4 back and forth. No hype, just hoops. In that environment, we got to see who was really ready. The third quarter was a disaster for Cleveland and a masterclass for Carmelo. 3-pointer, swish. Drives past LeBron and won. 5 straight free throws. 10 points in the third quarter for Melo. Meanwhile, Cleveland was falling apart in just 6 minutes. 10 turnovers, 9 fouls. This wasn't just losing, this was chaos. LeBron hit a 3 to cut it to 8. The The comeback was on, and then Carmelo ended it. Offensive rebound, slam, next possession, fake drive layup, a 10-0 run, game over. Carmelo 26 points, LeBron 19 points in a loss, Cleveland's nightmare, 25 turnovers, 23 fouls, and a road losing streak that hit 32 consecutive games, the third longest in NBA history. Paul Silas.
32 straight games on the road, they lose?
Cleveland Cavaliers coach, good, mature teams don't do that. This team's so young and they haven't won, so they don't know. Denver improved to 11-6, half a game behind Dallas, looking like a legitimate playoff team. Two teams both started at 17-65. One built a winner, one built a highlight reel. And here's the kicker. LeBron James had never beaten Carmelo Anthony, not once, not in high school, not at USA basketball camp, not as a professional. So how does the guy who can't beat his rival win Rookie of the Year? April 20th, 2004. The votes are in. LeBron James, 78 first place votes, 508 total points. Carmelo.
Wow, Kirk Heinrich in there. Chris Bosh. Man, what? Come on, man. Who's wasting a vote here? Oh, dude. D Wade got 117. I bet if the voting came in like after the season, he would have won Rookie of the Year.
Anthony, 40 first place votes, 430 total points. That is 1/3 of voters saying the kid who made the playoffs deserves this. 1/3 of professional basketball writers believed Carmelo Anthony was the Rookie of the Year. And you know what? The voters who picked LeBron weren't wrong. LeBron had an incredible season. The 25-5 stat line, the vision, the potential that was already obvious. But since when is Rookie of the Year about the player's ceiling? Shouldn't it be about what they actually accomplished
100%.
that season?
Just like MVPs. MVPs aren't given out for potential. They're given out as this is what you produced this season.
The story was already written. The chosen one, the hometown hero, the kid who was going to save Cleveland. Carmelo Anthony never had a chance, not because he wasn't good enough, not because his season wasn't worthy, but because LeBron James' narrative was simply too powerful to overcome. Okay, real talk for a second. LeBron James was the better choice for the Cavaliers, we know that now. 4 championships, 4 MVPs, arguably the greatest player of his generation. Carmelo never won a championship, never won an MVP. So in hindsight, LeBron was the right pick, right? But here's the thing. In April 2004, nobody knew any of that. In April 2004, we all knew what was happening during the 2003 and 4 season.
Exactly.
And in that season, Carmelo scored more, rebounded more, shot better, had more win shares, won Rookie of the Month 6 times, led his team to the playoffs, and beat LeBron head-to-head twice. So yeah, LeBron became the better player, but did he have the better rookie season? I don't think so. This isn't just diminishing LeBron's greatness. This is about giving Carmelo Anthony his flowers for something that actually happened, but got memory hold by 2 decades of hindsight. For 1 season, Carmelo Anthony was the better rookie. He made the playoffs, he won more games, he beat his rival every time they faced each other. But on April 20, 2004, none of that mattered because the chosen one was already going to be chosen. If this changed how you think about Carmelo's rookie year, hit that like button and let me know in the comments. And if you want to support videos like this, the kind of videos that take weeks of research, hunting down archives and actually challenging the narratives we all accepted, consider joining the channel and you'll be directly supporting this kind of storytelling. I've got another video breaking down on the end of the screen if you enjoyed.
All right, that's it. 2 seconds left. My friend, I'm doing my part by hopefully sharing this to a couple thousand people. That's the goal. Oh, get more exposure to your channel. Guys, go check out the channel. Link is down below in the description. I absolutely love this channel, you guys. And I agree 100%, by the way. So this isn't like a knock on LeBron. Anybody who wants to criticize his rookie season, you're crazy. You know, like, unless you're doing it in some debate form where you have to like dismantle one side in order to prop up the other side. If you're just going to assess it in all honesty, I mean, he had a fantastic rookie season. Good turnaround for Cleveland. Did they make the playoffs? No. However, you know, but by the third year they did. And I mean, it was a great turnaround from winning like 13 games or whatever the year prior. So definitely potential good pick. This is about giving Carmelo Anthony his respect, and he doesn't get much of it. This is something he just simply deserved, in my opinion. This is an award he deserved. He earned this award, and this is all just about recognizing that. It's not about who he deserved it over. It's just about the fact that of all the rookies that year, he performed the best, hands down. End of debate in my mind. It's not LeBron hate. This is, and the thing is, I'm not even like a huge Melo fan, but he earned a damn award. So I feel like it should have been his. But what are you gonna do? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Were you around in 03 watching basketball? Did you see this? And like the eye test combined with everything else involved, you know, the record, Melo beating LeBron twice in a regular season, the stats, take it all into perspective. Who did you think at the time deserved Finals MVP? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know now who do you think should have, I'm sorry, did I say Finals MVP? Who did you think back then should have been Rookie of the Year? And now, who do you think should have been Rookie of the Year that year? Like, has it changed? For me, it stayed the same. I thought Melo deserved it back then. I still believe Melo deserved it now. I believe if the playoffs were included, LeBron would have not been anywhere close. Melo would have been number 2, and probably D Wade would have got it. The way he was leading his team in the playoffs, like that would have shifted a lot of people's opinion. Because I'll tell you, leading up to the Rookie of the Year, it was LeBron and Melo. Like that's who I was talking like between those two. But then by the end of that actual full season after the playoffs, it was like, dude, D Wade's the guy. Like that's the one, you know. Like, and ever since then, I watched D Wade's career like a hawk because I'm like, that's the guy with the winning mentality. You know, he's the guy who'll do anything to win. And anyways, no regrets on watching. Dude, I watched every freaking back in like 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, like all these years. You either catch me watching a Suns game or you catch me watching a Miami game. I loved watching D Wade. I loved watching Steve Nash. Like this was it. That was great times. Or I was watching a Laker game and rooting against the Lakers. You know how it goes. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you all in the comments. Like the vid on your way out if you could. Hit that hype button if you could. And also subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Everybody, be water, my friends.